Good morning everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setups for today. So levels given yesterday were pretty much tagged and a little bit more, but that was at 31,886 area, and you can see we got the gap up. We rallied quite strongly before forming an inside bar at the close. So oscillators are still moving to the upside, so there is potential here for just a pullback onto structure and then another leg up. But bear one thing in mind, we are still very much in a downtrend. So what's happening at the moment is every rally is being sold into, and that could be the situation right here. So just keep your eyes open to that. Right, let's get down to the 3 hour, and you can see the 3 hour. We've had a hanging man type scenario here with a gap down. I would want to see what happens here, 31,600. So pull back on that, probably a bounce, and then a lower high, probably a rejection again of this area, 31,886. Then that's the opportunity that we'll be looking at during the day. Look at the oscillators, that is also lining up according to that. The other narrative here is that if this level holds here, 31,600, and we start moving, there's a very good opportunity to take a long, and that long would be for this double bottom. And remember that measured move is up here at 32,461. Remember, we've got Fed minutes coming out tomorrow, so that's definitely going to impact what's going on. At the moment, if you look at the hour, the last couple of hours of the session, inside bar, inside bar, inside bar, inside bar. So forget the tails, it's just the bodies. So this one is inside that one, this one is inside that one. That's actually an engulfing bar, and then that's an inside bar. But that is a potential top pattern, and you can see how we're selling off. Moving average crossover has happened on the hour. That is why this area here, 31,600, is of a lot of interest, especially for me and probably a number of other people. So if we can find support here, there's definitely an opportunity for a move back to at least the gap at 31,886, and then alternatively 31,959, and you could probably push it as high as 3,200. So that's kind of the setup for today at the moment. And if we look at this on the 15-minute, first things first from yesterday, moving average crossover, not really a gap close. However, as I often mention when we talk about gaps, there's a gap. Look for the first inside fractional. There's a first inside fractional, in other words, inside a price here. That is your level, and that's exactly where we got to. So that often happens when you've got a gap. It comes back, it touches that area, and then rallies. Sometimes it actually falls back, so this would have been your level for profit taking. This part here you probably missed, except for this pullback here. Anyway, on the 50-minute, we've grouped to the downside. It has been drifting lower, so it's quite simple. These highs that have been formed already, start taking out those highs. This gap is probably going to close today, and then probably another retest here. So I expect us to potentially just continue this meander to the upside until the Fed minutes come out, and then it's anyone's guess is what's going to happen. So watch this level. If you can find support here at 31,600, then you've definitely got gap close. So you're probably looking at something along the lines of a 200-point stop loss for a 260-point gain, potentially 350-point gain. Just depends what transpires. But at the moment, we are sideways on the 15 minutes. And I don't even think you're going to see something on the 5 minutes after hours now. You've got a moving average crossover, and you are bouncing off this area here. We start dropping below the low, that is the low that's formed now, which is roughly here, and we start, if you fall below that, then I expect us to come back down to this area. But yeah, there is potential here. There's a lot of potential for support to be found here, and you can see how strong this level of support is. If that holds, definitely. If it gives way, then bottom gap is your target. And remember, for it to give way, it doesn't mean a break. It means a break and a pullback and retest on a lower time frame. So watch it on a 15-minute. You can even watch it on a 5 minute if you want to when you get to this area. It's going to take you probably half an hour to an hour to watch this. So if you're working, get on your lunch break. Hopefully it tags it on the lunch break and times it beautifully. And if you get a break there, you've definitely got an opportunity to get in and then put your take profits over here and close the charts and walk away. Don't forget your stop loss. Stop loss will be above the structure that is formed. Anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. It's probably the best little quick scalp setup that I can see right now. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.